Today, I'm joined by Nathan Lechene, Business Development Manager of Primary Metals at FUCHS, to discuss how advanced rolling oils are driving progress in sustainability, lowering total cost of ownership, improving lubricant maintenance, and delivering higher quality finished goods for steel plants. We'll cover practical solutions and real-world examples of how we've helped solve our customers' lubrication challenges. Nathan, how are rolling oils and greases being made more sustainable for steel mills?
That's an excellent question. As far as the actual usage at steel mills, there's a few ways to make them more sustainable. You'll never get away from using lubricants and having some level of waste as long as you have components that move. Moving components do require lubrication, but having advanced technologies in your production process and your chemistries can really help in ways that you reduce consumption, right? You can reduce the waste of these products, so you can make them more waste treatable, or even go so far as to implement additional reprocessing and filtering technologies to make these used lubricants repurposed and back to original quality.
Very interesting. That focus on reducing waste and extending lubricant life naturally leads to the next point. In what ways can lubricant maintenance programs help steel plants save on costs?
Well, probably the single largest impact that lubricants can have is in their maintenance program, right? Because equipment breaks down and equipment is extremely expensive to repair and replace, and downtime as well can be extremely expensive. So implementing the proper maintenance program gives you improved equipment reliability. It reduces your maintenance costs because stuff isn't breaking down, and it also saves on unplanned downtime. A lot of these steel mills are operating on 8 to 15%, profit margins if you look at their quarterly, profit statements. And so, if you have an unplanned down day, that's 14%. That can be all the profitability the mill has for that entire week. So implementing the proper maintenance program, whether that's through their own maintenance company, and personnel, or through their suppliers, or through a service, company that can do those maintenance programs, it's really one of the most important and critical aspects to productivity and cost savings and profitability for a mill.
That really underscores just how critical maintenance is to profitability. What are the key elements of an effective lubricant maintenance program, and how can companies implement them?
The best way to consider that is to make sure that you have the right product in the right place in the right amount. Take bearings, for example. I think the number is 75% of bearing failures occur through having the wrong product in there or the wrong amount in the bearing. It's not that the bearings actually wear out. It's lubrication related. So it's important to make sure that you do have the right product in the right place in the right amounts. And then it's also important that you monitor them. When you have systems like gear oil systems or morgue oil systems, or even rolling oil systems, continuous sampling and monitoring is a cornerstone for proper maintenance. Because if you don't have data and have actionable data, you can't take action to improve your maintenance and reliability. The best ways to improve, to implement a plan like that is to partner with a professional supplier like FUCHS. FUCHS has highly qualified engineers in the field that support this. We also have an entire smart services division whose sole purpose is to put people on site and help run these type of data-driven collection, maintenance, monitoring, and action programs.
You mentioned rolling oil systems and the importance of proper monitoring. How can rolling oils help improve the quality of finished steel products?
Rolling oils are one of those products that has direct contact with the goods, right? You're making steel, you're making aluminum, you're making stainless steel, you're rolling titanium. Any product that touches that is going to be critically important because that has a direct impact on the actual product you're selling to the customer. There's a lot of ways that these, rolling oils can affect your steel, your coils, your plates, things like that. The chemistry of the product is the single most important part of that. Depending on what you're trying to achieve, there's various forms of chemistry out there, and you want to optimize the chemistry to do things like improve your roll forces, your mill cleanliness, and then like the cleanability on the strip. One of the most common problems mills have is they use older fat and lard based rolling oil chemistries, and it leaves for really dirty coils. And customers that are taking coils right off the mill get these coils and they complain that they're really dirty. They're black, they have, fatty, greasy residues on them, they have iron fines and dirt on them. So some of these coils will go to a cleaning line and then like a galvanizing line where they're applying a zinc galvanized coating or a galvalume coating. And the chemistry of your rolling oil has an enormous impact on how clean those coils are. One of the major steel manufacturers in the United States did an advanced study with one of our latest formulas, and they found out that our chemistry leaves 90% less residue, less carbon residue on their coil than any other product they've tested. And what that means is there's 90% less stuff to clean off in the wash line. When you have less stuff to clean off on the wash line, you use less cleaner. It forms less soaping in there through saponification, so it reduces the amount of anti-foam you use. And your strips come out of the wash system vastly cleaner and go into your galvanizing lines much cleaner. So you have much higher throughput and much higher quality of your galvanized finishes. So there's really a huge impact that your rolling oils can have, especially if you're willing to look at some of the newer cutting edge technologies that are available.
Thank you, Nathan, for sharing your insights and expertise on lubrication requirements for the basic metals industry. To learn more and explore how FUCHS can support your plant, visit www.fuchs.com or connect with our team of experts for personalized guidance.